How are we doing? So much for summer, eh? That is very annoying. I was hoping today it was going to be absolutely stellar, and instead it's been, well, it was alright earlier, and then as soon as I've walked out of work, it's raining, which isn't ideal. I could do without that, to be honest. I was hoping for a little bit of heat, a little bit of warmth, but needs must and all that. Hold on, I'm just setting there we go. I'm good now. Let's bring you forward a little bit. How's today gone? It's been all right. I'm not going to talk loads about work. I don't think. I don't particularly feel like talking about work. So what else is there to talk about? Well, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked. The end of Oak Street. You've seen the trailer, right? If you've not, go and watch the trailer now. Pause, come back, I'll wait for you. Okay, right, you're back. Good. So, remember Cloverfield? That ARG film that came out? Well, oh man, I think I was still at university when it came out. What, early 2000s? Something like that. Big monster, found footage film. Didn't really go anywhere. Did a couple of follow-on films. 10 Cloverfield Lane, was it? And then the Cloverfield Paradox. All kind of like loosely knit through the ARG kind of element, and the companies and brands that crossed the franchises. Never really delivered on what everybody was hoping for. By everybody, I mean like people like me that love kaiju, giant monster films, woo. And then a couple of years ago, good old J.J. Abrams, Mr. Lens Flare himself, said they were working on a direct sequel to Cloverfield. Now, he didn't say which one, but I'm assuming from Cloverfield he meant the first one. And then nothing appeared. Or did it? Until recently. There's been rumours, inkling rumours, that the end of Oak Street is a shadow-dropped sequel to Cloverfield. But why is it? There's nothing in there. Oh, there is so much. There's a couple of articles that have appeared online. There's been some ARG around it, like you'll have seen probably the advert for the sale of a TV. And then from that, it's gone from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. People have gone back and watched the films. Oh my days, I think they're right. And if this is the case, right, I'm going to forgive J.J. Abrams for the ending of Lost, because this is one of the greatest possible cinema through lines that I have ever come across. And if it's deliberate, now there's some issues with this. That is it Universal? Warner owns the IP to Cloverfield, I think it is, and this is put out by Universal, but Paramount and Warner. But because of the merger, they now have access to the same IP. So if this deal was done as that was coming to fruition, and there's an MOU or something in place that merger was going to happen, then this is mental. This is nuts. But I strongly recommend you check out Dangerville. Go and watch a video. There's a guy on YouTube that breaks down all of the things that pull this together. And if this is the case, the links between these films and how they've been translated into this is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's genius. And I'm excited for that. And you know what? It's been ages since I've been excited about a film. Yes, I've been excited to see a film, and then I've been disappointed by it, but to be excited by the premise of a film and how it's been executed, this is exciting me. And it feels good. It feels good to be in a place where stuff like that can still excite me, because I think, as we've talked about over the past few weeks, I've really struggled with letting myself have any sort of fun in any respect, and just being involved in this now is good for me, I think. So my experience of ARG films has been fairly limited. The first one that I think I was ever aware of was Blair Witch, and I wanted to see it, and so I went on a full media blackout, which is completely the wrong way to go about something that is all about viral marketing to make something more authentic. So I ended up going into Blair Witch, seeing it, thinking it wasn't particularly good because I hadn't immersed myself. The film isn't self-contained, is it? It's all of the things around it. And then I had exactly the same thing with Cloverfield. All of the ARG stuff around it. All of that marketing, all of that hype, all of those websites. Again, I did the same thing because I was so invested in not wanting to spoil the film by partaking in that media. I missed out so much on what the film was, and then I ended up being disappointed by it because what it was meant to be and what I thought it was supposed to be were totally different things. So if the end of Oakview, whatever, Oaks Lane is what it's appearing to be, and it is very, 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 very strongly evidenced at this point. If it is that, I'm going to absolutely immerse myself in every little nugget of information that I can find about all of this stuff. The only other franchise that I've kind of been involved in where I've tried to partake in the viral marketing around it was Godzilla stuff, where we had the Monarch website and all of the things there to kind of piece it all together, which I don't think was as ARG as this feels. But that first post that they put out about the sale of the TV and the fact that the teaser we've seen is very, very limited, I think it's incredible if it is what's suspected it's to be now. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. This feels like it's a step towards me letting myself have fun again. And on that note, even though like I've got a ridiculous amount on my plate at the moment, I did manage to read through all of 500 Worlds last week, and I've just started Maelstrom, which are like the 40k campaign lore books, going from 10th edition into 11th edition, and Reign of Iron, the next one, comes out next week, so hopefully I'll be able to experience that evolving narrative in real time, which for me will be the first time in 30 years more, wow, almost 40 years, almost 36 years of Warhammer involvement. I've been involved in a real time evolving narrative that's pushing a universe forward, be that 40k or Age of Sigmar. So I can't say that I would have been able to do it if my parents like picked me up the first book and second book. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do this, because they are quite expensive. I've only got the cheap versions of the books. I've got all the slip-cased ones, but these are softback, which isn't my bag. Normally I'm into hardback books. But yeah, I'm loving it. Even though the 500 Worlds was predominantly around the Ultramarine lore, I'm genuinely, I loved reading all of that stuff and all of the different forms the media took inside of it, from like narrative stories to Vox transmissions to little snippets of lore here and there. I love this stuff. I love it, and it's like, for the 5 or 6 hours that it took me to read that, it was great to be able to disconnect from everything and just like lose myself into that. And I've not done that again for a long time. So yeah, that was genuinely nice, and I'm looking forward to the next couple as well, and then seeing what happens on June the 20th when 11th edition launches. Won't be getting a launch box, but I'll certainly be picking up one of the rule books that will no doubt be going for pittance the following week. So yeah, there we go. That's it. It's another long one because I'm driving, and I tend to talk more when I'm driving. Also, I'm very highly caffeinated because it's Warhammer night tonight, so I need to be able to stay awake and not going to sleep at 8 o'clock. Okay, yeah, I'm done. That's it for now. I will catch you all on the other side. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope the sun starts shining then. Probably will when I'm stuck at home all day working. Anyway, I'll see you on the other side, guys. Have a good one. See ya.